Hi everyone, welcome to Storytime. I'm Miss Teresa, and today we are going to be reading a couple of stories about a very special day that's coming up, Mother's Day. And that's a day where we celebrate Mom and Grandma and our aunts. We do something maybe a little bit special for them. So today we have those two stories, so let's get right into our first story, which is all about one of my favorite groups of bears, the Berenstain bears. And our story is Mama's Day Surprise. So let's see what happens. The Berenstain Bears and the Mama's Day Surprise by Stan and Jan Bernsen. Mother's Day was coming, and Mama Bear knew that Papa and the cubs were going to surprise her with a special celebration. Last year, they took her out for a special Mother's Day dinner. Mama was pretty sure that this year they were going to surprise her with a special Mother's Day breakfast in bed. And alas, she also knew that she would probably have to spend the rest of Mother's Day cleaning up the mess they had made, preparing her special breakfast in bed. But that was okay. It's the thought that counts. And look at that very messy kitchen. It kind of looks like Miss Teresa's kitchen after she's been baking. Let's keep going. The signs of Papa and the cubs' Mother's Day plan weren't hard to read. There was a marker in the cookbook at the page for Mama's favorite breakfast, honeyed French toast with blueberries. And one day, when they were shopping at the Beartown Mart, she saw the cubs slip off in the direction of the card department. As Mother's Day drew closer, Mama knew that she had a lot to do if her family's Mother's Day surprise was going to be a success. First, she had to find the old bed tray they used when a family member was ill. She found it at the top of one of the kitchen cabinets where she kept jars and bottles that were too nice to throw away. It had some oatmeal on it for when Papa had been in bed with a cold. She scraped off the oatmeal and put the bed tray where she knew Papa and the cubs could find it. But there was more to do. She had to make sure that they would have the ingredients to make her special Mother's Day surprise. She checked the recipe in the cookbook. Honeyed French toast with blueberries. It called for honey, bread, eggs, sweet cream, sweet butter, powdered sugar, and blueberries. It was Papa and the cubs' favorite breakfast too. But that was okay. It's the thought that counts. And as for the mess they would make in the kitchen, well, that just came with being a mama. Mama checked the cupboard. There was honey, of course, and plenty of bread. There was powdered sugar too, but it was all caked up like a rock. They were out of eggs, but that wouldn't be a problem. She could get fresh farm eggs from Farmer Ben. Nor would sweet cream, sweet butter, and powdered sugar be a problem. She would get those at the supermarket. But fresh blueberries, it was much too early in the season for blueberries. The cubs were with Mama on her next trip to the supermarket. She didn't want to spoil their surprise, so she gave them a little shopping list to take care of while she put sweet cream, sweet butter, and powdered sugar into her cart. She also bought some extra cleanser and scouring pads for the big Mother's Day cleanup. She looked high and low for blueberries, but there were none to be found. It turned out that Gran had frozen some last season. That took care of the blueberries. Mama was also pretty sure that a new bathrobe was going to be part of her Mother's Day surprise. She caught the cubs checking the size of her old threadbare one. She pretended not to notice. As the big day drew closer, Mama made sure to stay out of the way when she thought they might wrap presents. Finally, it was the night before the morning of the big surprise. Papa and the cubs were doing their best not to let on that anything the least bit special was happening, but their secret smiles gave them away. "Now here's the plan," said Papa, while Mama was off putting baby Honey Bear to bed. "I'm setting my wristwatch alarm for 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll set the alarm low so it won't wake Mama. Then I'll slip out of bed and come wake you two, and we'll sneak downstairs to the kitchen. Now it's going to be very dark, so we'll have to be careful not to bump into things, or we'll wake up Mama." Mama pretended to be asleep when Papa's alarm went off. She lay perfectly still as Papa slipped out of bed. There was a certain amount of bumping and thumping as Papa and the cubs stumbled around in the dark. Papa even slipped and almost fell down the stairs, but the cubs caught him. Mama lay awake, getting ready to be surprised, but it wasn't easy. From the sound of it, things didn't seem to be going well down in the kitchen. The sound of an egg beater was to be expected, but then there was a big clunk. What happened? Oh dear, it wouldn't be the first time Papa dropped the bowl while he was beating eggs. What was that burnt smell? They must have burnt the toast. Mama could just picture the mess they were making in the kitchen, but it was all she could do to stay in bed. After a few more clunks and some muffled shouts, she slipped out of bed, put on her old bathrobe, and stole downstairs to sneak a look at the kitchen. It was the worst kitchen mess she had ever seen. The bowl had broken, so there was broken crockery and egg all over the floor. There was burnt toast on the drain board and sticky honey handprints on the walls. Oh dear, thought Mama. It's going to take me a week to clean up this mess. Thank goodness Mother's Day comes just once a year. But out of the wreckage of the broken crockery, spilled eggs, burnt toast, and sticky honey, Papa and the cubs had managed to put together a beautiful breakfast tray of Mama's favorites. Honeyed French toast with blueberries, sassafras tea, and even a small vase of red roses. Mama sighed. Oh, it was so beautiful that it was almost worth the terrible mess they had made. But now they were coming out of the kitchen and headed for the stairs. Mama had to get out of there, or the whole surprise would be ruined. So she scurried back up the stairs and climbed into bed. She pretended to be just waking up when they came into the room with her breakfast tray. "Happy Mother's Day," said brother and sister. "Happy Mother's Day, my dear," said Papa, as he placed the tray on the bed and plumped the pillows behind Mama's back. "Mother's Day," said Mama. "Well, I suppose it is. How lovely! All my favorites. Honeyed French toast with blueberries and sassafras tea and these beautiful roses. And look, just what I needed," she said as she unwrapped the new bathrobe. "This is absolutely delicious," said Mama, as she ate her French toast and sipped her sassafras tea. "I don't know how to thank you." Just then, they heard baby Honey Bear's cry of, "Mama, Mama!" "I'd better get Honey Bear up and give her breakfast," said Mama. "No," said Papa. This is Mother's Day. You just stay in bed and read your cards. The cubs and I will take care of everything." And they did. When Mama got downstairs to go to work on the kitchen, she got a real surprise. It was the cleanest, shiniest, spick and spanish kitchen she had ever seen. "Well," said Sister, "how did you like your Mama's Day surprise?" "Yes," said Brother. "How did you like it?" Honey Bear gurgled and Papa beamed. "How did I like it?" said Mama. "It was the most wonderful surprise any Mama ever had." And then she gave her cubs a great big Mama Bear hug. The end. What a great story. Although Mama kind of cheated a little bit. She did what we're all not supposed to do. She kind of peeked and knew what she was getting for Mother's Day. But I think that Papa and the cubs knew she already knew. So they made sure she cleaned that kitchen nice. So they made sure they got that kitchen nice and clean for her. Why don't we read our last story today? And this one is about a little dog that I think you may know. And his name is Biscuit. And our story is called Biscuit Loves Mother's Day by Alyssa Satin Capusili. Come along, Biscuit. Today is Mother's Day. Mother's Day is a great day to show Mom how much we care. Woof, woof. Look, let's see, what is that little girl going to do? Yeah, I think so too. She is going to paint something. And I think Clifford wants to play ball. This picture will be a perfect present for Mom, Biscuit. Woof, woof. Wait, Biscuit! You need to hold still just a bit longer. Woof. Uh-oh. Look at that beautiful picture the little girl is painting. It's of Biscuit and the kitty on that green chair, but, oh no, there goes Biscuit and the kitty. Well, there are lots of ways to celebrate Mother's Day, Biscuit. Today, we'll surprise Mom with breakfast in bed. Chocolate chip pancakes are her favorite. Woof, woof. Funny puppy, you can carry the morning paper. Woof. Those pancakes look pretty yummy, but I don't think Biscuit's doing a very good job carrying the newspaper. It's going everywhere. Mom loves to garden, Biscuit. We can help with the planting and watering. Woof, woof. I don't think Biscuit's going to do a very good job in the garden. Let's see. Uh-oh. You want to help Mom with the digging too? Woof. There's Biscuit. I don't think that's the kind of digging Mom had in plan. But there he goes, digging a great big hole. The sun is shining. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. It's a wonderful day for a bicycle ride. Woof, woof. Biscuit, where are you going? Does Biscuit want to ride a bike? Oh, woof. Sweet puppy. Mom's basket is just the right side for you. How silly is that? Biscuit's riding on the front of Mom's bicycle in the basket. Here, Biscuit, it's time for Dad to set up the picnic blanket. Woof, woof. And time for us to give Mom her Mother's Day crown. Woof. There's Mom, and that is a beautiful crown, all made out of flowers. Look, even the ducks are celebrating Mother's Day. Woof, woof, quack, quack. Silly puppy, not a big shake. Woof. Uh-oh, Biscuit fell into the pond. And as he comes out, he's shaking all of that water off. There's nothing better than spending the day with Mom, is there, Biscuit? Happy Mother's Day, Mom. We love you. Look at that beautiful picture. But Biscuit has just one more thing to say, and I bet you know what it is. Woof. The end. What a great story about Biscuit. I hope you enjoyed our stories, and don't forget, do something a little bit extra special for Mom. Make your bed, or maybe help her cook dinner, or make her a great card or picture, and she will love that. Don't forget, make sure to wish Mom a happy Mother's Day. We'll see you next time at Storytime. Bye.